Okay, and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire, continuing the self-imposed challenge, Fear of Walking, where I'm not allowed to use any professional troops that don't have some sort of engine. So the walkers, explicitly, because they're the powered walkers, are an exception to troops not being able to walk. Everything else has got to have some sort of wheeled, or got to have some sort of engine transportation. The mechanical walkers, of course, have engines, so they get a pass because they have an engine. Desert League, we're around 89. We've killed 200 infantry and 10 tanks over the end turn. We have 2 decisions. Did they get that government? That's good. Heavy combat armor is done. We're not immediately going to go into battle dress, as tempting as that is. But we're going to go into the next gun tech. Applied science, I think we're at the point where we've done enough of the discovery that I'm going to heavily favor research at this point. So I'm going to go like 90-10.
Roger that.
And then this is Charge Goss next. We've got a lot more choice with our covert ops now that we've actually got a head of covert ops. Could try to sign a non-aggression pact with these guys. Nope. No one in their country appreciates that. Okay. Showing off the devastating potential of our tanks. One of these units has the new Abram type. Yeah, there we go. There's Abram 2. And encircle and eliminate 1 unit all in 1 turn. Okay, got 1 more hex, but we should be able to just step there next turn and then step back out. Run you there to get the process cave. This walker's gonna run up there. Militia's gonna walk over the mountains. Oh, we got some Galactic Republic MGs over the end turn. That's nice. Okay, well, he's encircled, so we're just bringing a firepower to bear. He'll be defeated. So the ones that can get away with getting to him to attack, that's what we're going to do with them. $44-1. Should be a fight we win. Is kind of unsurprisingly. I would have been more surprised if we'd lost. Given everything I knew about that fight. Okay, it looks like we have that guy encircled, so let's just pile everything in. Get them destroyed.
Do it now. Mission accomplished.
There we go. Okay, so there's something in the mountains here. Doesn't make me particularly confused, because we don't have any walkers in the area. And I'm certain we probably can't raise one part of the way up. 73% is not too bad. Take a walker then. Gonna go queue up the 2 replacements. They'll take their sweet time getting up there. Especially as the guy's gonna run farther into the area. Okay. This will be a little bit of a splurge. We're going to make this supply base. And then you haven't leveled up to 3 yet. We are going to send a colonist here.
Roger that.
And this road wants to get extended. And that road wants to get extended. We'll extend this one up into the mountains. Okay, I think I maybe been a little over-aggressive with spending the IP this turn, but it needs to be spent at some point. Everything here is proceeding at speed. We are basically down to supply bases and building up industry / building up petrol. And apparently we don't need to build a petrol right now because we're just not consuming enough, but... I think we're at the point where I'm going to start contemplating new brigades. Okay, we should mostly be able to run Nomad Territory. The Nomad Territory is apparently the flat bit down here.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Okay. Let's try Mission Possible.
Roger that.
Well, still got enough to go ahead and get the scientific outpost down somewhere. Let's try putting that in this zone.
Roger that.
But it's not way too far on the boonies. Nope, that's not it. Oh wait, yeah, that's not too far on the boonies. A little bit extra research bonus points per turn. Oh, one thing we can do is this place leveled up, so we can grab one more pass on the storage techs. Power banks, ammo, fuel, and food.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's end the turn. And we do have cloning facilities, so our population, as long as I'm careful and not like sending people off to their doom, our population should be growing relative to everyone else's because of the number of cloning facilities we have. Okay, intern. Nothing that's particularly interesting for me. To be fair, all of that's because we're not necessarily near any of the particularly spoopy miners. There's 2 arachnid zones left, for example. Okay, metal's still downtrending. Isn't particularly good. Or, well, it's downtrending again, which isn't particularly good. Everything proceeds at speed. We do have a supply base that we want to continue upgrading.
Roger that.
Oh yeah, we definitely need that supply base. We reached the point where we're out of supply. That was going to happen eventually, I suppose. I suppose that means we built the supply base just as we needed it, so just-in-time construction. Sometimes it's just the best type of construction.
Roger that.
Yeah, maybe enough to get that one leveled up to 3. Once at 3, we got stuff we want to upgrade. We want to upgrade you, we want to upgrade you. Probably want to upgrade the... Oh, probably want to upgrade the truck station anyway, so we'll start with that one.
Roger that.
Oh no, the truck station was 3. Was I reading that looked... Ah, it's this one over here. This is the level 1. Anyway, we'll accept the truck station's getting upgraded. I think that's semi-valuable. March north. Do you walk that way? Okay, so we were able to encircle him fairly easily, so we'll just bring up enough firepower, I think. No return fire expected. Okay, so it's just a couple trucks, is it? Yeah, just a couple trucks. Build the road up. We'll build it up in the mountains, then we'll do some sort of break off of this one, going horizontally. And I am going to need a city at some point up here to administer the truck hub, so we'll probably put like one up here. We'll see. And that might end up getting prioritized over growing the city. Sealed road into the desert. I'm thinking just encircling that guy. How easy is that to do? Fairly easy.
Move it now!
Honestly, we don't have enough reconnaissance to even know if there's any nomads left at this point. There might not be any nomads left. Might have been the last of them. Yep, the early reports, unless there's one in there. Early reports here are sort of suggesting we may have got all the nomads. Scientific Corporation. Cyander. I might want to say no to Cyander. I think Cyander is number 2. No, they're number 3. Okay, we'll give it to them because they're number 3.
Yes, sir.
And then Blackland. Blackland is number 1. So we're going to say no to Blackland.
Yes, sir.
And then training opportunity. Don't really want the training opportunity, but so we'll go mind.
Roger
This
that.
is a little easier to raise. Because you get it, you raise it every time you declare war. Okay, you can see the militancy increase here has rewarded us with a mobile battalion. Zoom that down that road. Okay, not enough reconnaissance here to know what those guys are up to. Okay, I think I've run the troops around as much as I'm going to be rewarded for at least. Construction is good. Yeah, everything that was start on the turn proceeded at speed. What's the mine state? Do we have any empty mines? The Odessa rare metal mine is about to become empty, so it is time to expand that one.
Copy that.
So it'll run out, and then we'll do a peripheral mining examination, which will give it a little bit, well, give it a lot more at the cost of ease of mining. Probably 1 level ease of mining. Might be 2, but it'll probably be at least 1. I could send out some spy rings. Can't target myself for the spy rings. Oh, that's a different territories. Let's get some spies in there. Figure out what type of territory that is. That's a different type of territory. Get some spies in there.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Okay, that should give us a good idea of how the world is laid out. As well as train our spy master a little bit for the inevitable covert ops attempt with coldest success that we'll probably do the moment we go to war with one of them. Plus the inverse of the target's democracy profile. Okay. Interesting that's inverse of democracy when that's the merit card. Yeah, so if they have low democracy, coldest success is very likely to be productive. As they just pick up and leave to come to us. Well, motorized walking north, yeah, okay. All the supplies are positive except for the petrol, which apparently means we're selling petrol. That's probably why we're funds positive right now. It's because excess oil is going to the market. And then orgs. Still working on fuel efficiency. We'll do one more turn of fuel efficiency, and then we'll move over to something else. Model designs waiting specifically for... Actually, no, we could call the model design up. Let's call the model design up.
Standing by. Yes, sir.
And we'll start working on some of the guns. So, for example, we are going to want artillery. Charged or the charged Gauss is not a upgrade for the artillery, for example. So we'll do the 300mm. We'll do the heavy combat armor. Yeah, we never used the lighter artillery pieces, but that's fine. But we'll get it working on that. Military research obviously is working on the charged Gauss. We got it about a third of the way done, so 2 more turns and we'll have that. Automated logistics is a pretty expensive tech, but it is going to be pretty strong when that's done. We might field some of those. I suppose I could look at what do we have. Will be our operational HQ wise. So it's gonna have motorized. So that's armored's allowed. That's not allowed. That's not allowed. Armor is allowed. The light armor is allowed. That's not allowed because it's not motorized or mechanized. Not allowed, not allowed, not allowed. Or actually, no, that one's mechanized. So we could do that one. Motorized or mechanized MG is an option. It's a pretty expensive option. 3,000 industry to build. Motorized heavy MG. Motorized light infantry. And I probably like the motorized or mechanized siege infantry, but we don't have that yet. Okay. So yeah, it might be tempting to try to get one of these out, because that'll be pretty good for fighting. But at the same time, maybe it's something we want to wait until we get the model upgrades for. We don't need to sell anything. Okay, mostly boring end turn, which is okay and fine. Okay, they took a little bit of a road, but that's fine. Around 91. We have 5 decisions awaiting us. There's the upgraded artillery. RPG infantry. That's actually a question. It's the MG. Yes, so there's going to be a charged Gauss MG, so we shouldn't do that. I don't have a bazooka upgrade planned anytime soon, do I? We could wait for guided RPGs. Yeah, we'll wait for the guided RPGs then. Let's upgrade the anti-tank guns. We don't have these in any of our units yet.
Yes, sir.
But if we do field them, we're going to want them to be the newest armor.
Affirmative.
Roger that.
Okay, we haven't depleted the rare earth metal mine yet, but it's almost empty, so let's press
Copy
that
that.
button. Another 8,656, the cost of 2 E's of mining.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the spy gave us some information. That is the territory. What type of territory? More nomads. Okay. Oh, and we did completely destroy the nomads there. They are very gone. swing over and deal with them next with the motorized and the tanks? Probably. I could have crossed the river here. I'm not going to because they won't necessarily get great supply on the other side of the river. Wait until we can build the road, build the bridge across, basically. We'll be much happier with a bridge for the supplies to get across. If anything, I'm moving faster than my supply lines can keep up. Which is good when you're encircling troops, it's bad when you're outrunning your supply lines and there's no resistance. Might have just a little bit too much energy for the enemy not to be resisting us. Ability for that. How goes that construction? Presumably still going? Yeah. One more turn. Everything's proceeding at speed except for one supply base that was slightly delayed. It shouldn't be... Yeah, a little bit delayed. Apparently we had slightly overspent on the IP the previous turn. But it rolled such that it was not delayed, apparently. Yeah. So, everything going well, that should complete. Okay, you did hit... Oh, it might have actually been higher. Anyway. You did hit your population goal, so we're now at the point where we stop wanting growing you. And instead, I think we want to grow this place. So, new zone.
Roger that.
Yeah, for the moment, it's just going to be responsible for that territory. And we're going to dump in colonist, 2,000 colonists. And we're going to need a governor for that. Got enough political power. Let's grab a talent.
Roger that.
And a junior.
Roger that.
Talents come with them skills, though you're gambling sometimes. They're not necessarily going to be the skill you want. And then the trade-off with the juniors is they usually have a little bit, I think, a little bit better capacity to grow, the juniors do. That might have been the junior. Might have got a Cap 2 junior, which isn't so great. Yeah, 61 interrogate. That's probably the talent. Again, interrogate is maybe not the skill you want your person to have. That's the drawback. You get someone who's talent. Is generally you get someone who's talented in something you don't want. You can sometimes get some talent in something you don't want, which isn't always the best situation. Okay, that's the mountain range. Probably want to do the road north of the mountain range. So other than getting rid of that one guy, I think these guys are pretty much done there. Clean up that pocket. Take over the Goliath howitzer there. That front. Again, that one's... We're at the point where we need that supply base to level up, give us more range. It's not going to give us very much more. And then it's one more turn on... Not the victory score. Got a lot more for victory. One more turn on... George Goss. Now 64... Actually, if we only roll a 28, we might only roll a 28 in the next one. Then it will take 2 more. I got some spare political power that I don't have anything I'm thinking about. So let's do some bureaucratic pushes just to give ourselves some injection to make sure it gets done.
Roger that.
Sooner rather than later. Okay, so let's cycle that turn. See how that goes. Okay. Galactic Republic Militia, or Militia MG, is handling itself well. There we go, back around to us, 92. We killed 800, or 8,000, or not 8,000, 800 infantry and 10 tanks over the end turn. We got a lot of decisions, 7 new decisions. We're going to say none here. This is a little bit more than I want to pay for it.
Roger that.
And then for the national one, that means that's how we're going to leave it.
Roger that.
That's fine there. That's fine. Military research. Thinking guided RPGs. Unless we need it for pushing to deeper techs. What do we need for every battle dress? Just battle dress. So that's maybe an argument to do battle dress, because we've got the prerequisites otherwise for heavy. So we could do battle dress into heavy battle dress, and then we'd basically kind of skip over battle dress for the troops that we will go up to heavy battle dress for. Sure. Okay. We are definitely going to do a troop level that is in normal combat armor, the heavy combat armor. So Trooper 2, build upon. So we're going to jump from automatic rifles to charged Gauss. They're going to be about 2.3 times better without consuming more ammo. We're going to jump from combat armor to heavy combat armor, so they're going to be 50% like more resistant to being killed. So that's just a great improvement. And yeah, you're the better governor. Good to know.
Copy that. Yes, sir.
Okay, we are still depleting the metal reserves, all the heavy building. A lot of it is actually expanding the depots, which is a one-off that won't happen again when it's done. Ooh, Min rolled it. Supply base didn't finish and won't finish until next turn. And support it, we'll go up to there, and then run over to there. That should support getting everything short of the mountain. Then you finish, so that we're gonna get the last upgrade and supply that we can get over here next turn. I am gonna want these going.
Copy
So we
that.
start construction. We're gonna do one at a time because we need the colonists to serve as the construction
Copy
workers.
that.
And over here, are you calmed down enough? Probably.
Standing by. Okie dokie.
Incorporate the zone.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Expanding, getting much more territory. Extend that road. We can't extend that road further south. We can on this one, so we will. And obviously here we're gonna bridge the lava river. And now that we're across the lava river, vehicles go forward, taking advantage of it. Okay, that's going. We move those, move those. Move to you. Yeah. Okay, so all the units are moved. No, I want to wait until the troop upgrade is done. That might only take a turn. But we'll try mass upgrading everyone. And if we still have something like 3,000 afterwards, we'll build mechanized light infantry or something. The mechanized MG. Oh, it means we want to upgrade the MGs as well. What are we working on? Model design. Well, obviously we're working on the anti-tank. So we just queued up the infantry, so we'll queue up the MGs next. Okay. Yeah. I got plans. The plans are just continual. There's always more steps in the plan. Keep adding steps quicker. The quicker than I can complete them is what's going on. Up to 27. Population, I think, is still growing relative to everyone else's. Planet control is still growing relative to everyone else's. I think we're going to still have to fight someone, but we don't necessarily need to fight someone until we start grasping at straws for new territory, I think. Do have the political power, I could play that, so let's actually go and play that.
Copy that.
Another 4,000 people joining the capital. Capital is big enough at this point, we're probably not going to get up to level 7. Level 7 is just a lot of people. Undeniably a lot of people. Okay, I think we're going to go cycle a turn. This will be the end of this part. Again, up to 27.4 in this part. We're gonna play out. We're gonna watch out the end turn, and then I'm gonna put the part break in for YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you have been enjoying. Definitely some interesting fighting going on. It's just nothing. It's not pure and pure fighting. It's major and minor fighting going on right now. And then we're watching the other majors fight. We're using our industry and motorized stuff to take over the Badlands while they get stuck fighting over the Badlands that they already own. Which is good for us. There's Blankland, which is number 2. We may not see anything. Oh, actually, Blackland's number 2. That does mean we are in a good position probably to attack them when we start running low on territory. Them attacking us is usually pretty good, yeah. We actually lost 100 infantry that turn. That in turn. 7-to-1 odds is still pretty good. We have 5 decisions when we come back from the part break, so I hope you've been enjoying. If you're watching YouTube, if everything goes according to plan, they'll be part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, I'll be back as soon as I make another cup of tea, because the other half of this cup of tea is about to disappear. So with that, wish you all the best of luck and good time. We'll catch you all in the next one, and bye for now.